Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options. We're reviewing our trades from this week, and we are collecting some premium. Right now, for the day, we are down 1%. For the week, up 1.8% or $1,400. For the month, up 6.3 or $4,700. 3 months, up $10,000 or 15.05%. 1 year, up 5% all time, up 25, almost 26% at $16,000. What's cool is we are right back to that $80,000 mark. We did hit it for a little bit this week. Tesla has retraced a little bit. Amazon has retraced a little bit. And the miners have retraced a little bit. But things are looking really good. I'm okay with being up 25%. We opened this account, or we moved this account over to Robinhood about a year ago. So not too bad. Buying power, $113. I did contribute another $200 this week. We brought the total contributions to $3,000 for 2024 so far. And we got a little bit of a match for that as well. I did end up rolling one of my options earlier today. The rest will be rolling on the video. And we do have some shares that are going to be called away. We had an absolute crazy week when it comes to CleanSpark. Right now, we are down to $17.61. Earlier today, we are in almost $19. So kind of a crazy day. For the week, CleanSpark's up $2 or 13%. We got all the way down into the 14s. Right here, 14.50. And if you're in the Discord, you know we bought a bunch of shares at the 14.50. So it's been a really awesome week for us. And we continue to wheel and deal. So we have 340 shares right now. Average cost of $16.16. Obviously, we have the calls at 17. I went really aggressive because I want the shares to get called away. I want my $6,000 back. And they are going to get called away, right? So let's go down to the history and let's look at what we did this week on CleanSpark. We did a lot. You can see CleanSpark, we had a limit buy. What was this? This on the 17th. We did a short call roll for $114 last week up at the 17 strike. And then I talked about this. This was just the amount of cash I had available in here. We bought 10 shares at $16.40. The CleanSpark short put. This is the one I rolled earlier this morning. We ended up closing that out. And we closed it out, the 16 put out for 7 of them. We opened the new one up for 28 at the 16.5, and we received a credit of $175. So really, really good return on our money for the week. We are trying to get assigned because I know my shares are going to get called away today. And if we look at the calls today, we have the 17 call. CleanSpark's like 17.61. Market closes in about 20 or so minutes. So this one is going to get called away. We are going to book some nice premium. Over $250 worth of share appreciation plus the $160 that we received for selling this call, or the $114 that we received for rolling this call. And really, really good week for CleanSpark, right? Amazon did not have such a great week. If we go to Amazon, you could look at for the week. We're really flat, down $1.82, so no real movement there. Up $63 on this position. We are going to roll this position out into next week. Let me look at the 190 strike pays. It's only paying 37, but you know me and you know Amazon. Let's just do this for the 35 because we're at the end of the market. Let's get this closed and let's get the credit received. I always want to leave Amazon a lot of room to run. I like collecting the 20, 30, 40 bucks every single week. This week, obviously, we collected 60. But for me, what's important is letting these shares ride. So we collected a couple of bucks there. So between Amazon and CleanSpark, over $200 worth of premium so far. Tesla had a freaking awesome week. Elon Musk's pay package got approved. The stock ran. We got all the way into the 190s. I thought we were going to get close to my 195 strike, and then Tesla does what it always does. It pulls back. But that's okay. We collected our premium. We made $130, and it's time to roll this position. So I was looking at the 195s earlier today, rolled a couple of my other ones at the 195s. The premium's just not there anymore. We're probably going to stick with the 190. We're going to get $154 worth of credit. And let's see if I can get that to fill. Right there, boom. So $155, $156 worth of credit. Another week, we collect some money. We allow the shares to run a little bit. They've got to run, $13 I think we just saw. On Tesla, yeah, 178. So it's got to run $12 to get there. If we get in the money, we have lots of odd lots. We have 15 shares, and things are looking good. So that's 3 of the positions there. We keep collecting rent every single week on this. That's $350 so far just by clicking a couple of buttons, and we booked a lot of premium. So that's nice. Tesla's out for next week. Amazon's out for next week. CleanSpark's out for next week. These 17 calls are going to get called away today. We'll get the cash on Monday. I will be selling some put. I'll probably either sell it on Mara or CleanSpark. It just kind of depends. Sometimes I like to go heavy onto one singular asset just because it allows me to move around my strike a lot. If I get assigned to the 16.5, that's fantastic. Obviously, it's a little higher than our cost of the 16.16 now. But that's okay. I might play Mara as well. Our cost is $18.87. I potentially could do this on Monday. If we look at the 21st, we look at the sell put, and we looked at something like the 18.5 or the 18. If we did the 18.5 and we did 4, we're talking about $200. So that may be a play. Bitcoin has been pulling back a little bit, so that may be the play. That being said, let's jump into the spreadsheet. Let's look at the nitty gritty. Let's look at the numbers of how we're actually doing overall. Sometimes it's easier to look at this than it is to look at the actual Robinhood app. We saw how we rolled some positions today. These are the positions we had this week. Obviously, these CleanSpark calls, we rolled those out. The CleanSpark puts right here, we got paid $264 for those last week. I ended up rolling those like we showed you to the 16.5, paid $21 to close the old ones, and we booked $243 on that short put there. So that was kind of nice. And then Amazon we just closed. CleanSpark we just are going to let get assigned. Tesla we just rolled. And then this is the one that we already opened up for today. So got that entered in there. Overall on this CleanSpark call, this will, we booked $252 on the call side in the appreciation. And again, that's just the difference between the 17 that we're selling it at and the 16.16, which is our average cost, times the amount of shares we have. And boom, we get $252. So times the 300 shares. You can see the math there at the bottom. It's nice. So we did that earlier a couple of weeks ago on Mara. We booked the 315 on the will there. So let's look at those stats, right? Premium so far for the year, almost at $6,000. After I go and enter today's trades, we should hit the $6,000. So we're averaging that $1,000 a month, which is what we want to do. And that's my goal always, is to average at least $1,000 a month selling options. We're only halfway into June and we're at 1,100. We'd love to see that. We booked the 252 in options or in the will premium on the capital gain side. So between these two right here, we're probably around $6,500 after you add in today's trades, which is really nice. And since I started keeping track of it here, this is where the money's been coming from. Slow and steady, little credits from Amazon every single week. Wheeling and dealing CleanSpark and Mara is obviously bringing in a bunch of premium. We did wheel a little bit of Rivian. We are out of that as of right now. And then Tesla, the tried and true, keeps bringing in that $100 to $200 each and every single week, which is really nice. So that's where we're sitting in the account. Those are the trades. And that's how we are looking. So far, so good. Happy with the account. Happy with how it's been trading. Happy with where it's sitting. And we are absolutely killing it in the last 3 months. I'll take a $10,000 run, up 15%. And we are going to keep building each and every single week. And as you know, after we make premium, what do? Well, we come in here and we buy a forever asset. QQQ is our forever asset. We continue to add to this. Obviously, we are up 10% on the position. I don't care. We come in here, we buy $100 every single week, and we buy that with the free money we just made selling calls and selling cash secured puts, right? So another $100 invested into QQQ. We are up to 9.2 shares, almost a tenth of the way to the 100 shares for what we need. 6.5% of the portfolio. We want to see that just continue to rise. And my gosh, that is looking awesome. Imagine if we just stacked GQQ. Our average cost on these odd lot shares is $35.06, up 110%, man. Missed the boat on that one, but we love to just leave those odd lots there. They always remind you of what the market can do, and we just can continue pushing forward. So everything is green in the portfolio outside of Tesla, per usual. I think it's going to come back. Really good shareholder meeting this week. Tesla really thinks that ARK Invest has a good synopsis of what Tesla will do in the future. They're predicting over $2,000 a share, so who knows? Elon Musk's pay package will pay out over, I don't think he could sell any shares for 5 years. So we have quite a bit of time there. And I think he's going to add a lot of value to the company. So they're going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep holding those shares. Hopefully they end up coming back. I'm going to collect rent on them every week until they do come back. And then I'll trim 100 or 125 as soon as we get closer. So that's the update for the week. Thank you, everyone, as always, for dropping in. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment. And happy investing. Enjoy your weekend.